Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how you can test the edit form in a Laravel Filament resource. Now I've already gone over some of the features that Filament gives us to test the edit form in previous videos, like the video on the file upload component and the repeater field. But I just thought I'd create this video so all the information is in one place and there's some other features that I want to run you guys through. So as always, we're just going to do a quick manual test to make sure that there's nothing breaking, so it just makes it easier to debug. So I'm just going to change this, and then let's duplicate this a few times, and if we save this, yep, everything seems to save. Let me just refresh, and the data has been updated. So this is the first test I want to run you through, so it can render the page. So this test basically just makes sure that when the page loads, there's no errors. So the first thing I'm doing is creating a post, because obviously we're on the edit form, so you need a post for this to work. And then just getting the URL, the edit URL, and then I'm passing in the record, which is the post. I'm using this get root key, so basically that's what Filament uses in the URL. So if this is set to the ID, then obviously then it'll use the ID in the URL. If it's set to a slug, for instance, because it's post, it would use a slug. And I'm just asserting it's successful, and then I'm just doing the same thing basically, but I'm just testing that the livewire component loads successfully. So if we run this test, it should pass. So this is a really simple but powerful test, because it just makes sure that when you run your whole test suite, there's no pages that are like critically failing. So it's a great test to have on every page. So this is the next test I want to run you through, so it can fill the data into the form. So this is basically just testing that the data gets set into the form correctly. So just create a post doing basically the same thing as up here, and I'm just asserting that the form is set correctly. So title, slug, and contents. I'm not doing the repeater and the image, because basically this is done in a separate test. I would probably combine this all into one, but this was done in a separate tutorial. So if you run this test, it is passing. And just a little tip, you have access to a callback function, so you can get, I think it's array. Now let's get rid of that. So if we down dump this, it has all the form data there. So this is really handy if you've got like dynamically generated things, like obviously the tags have this unique identifier. This does get fixed by the repeater fake, but it's just handy to be able to access the data, and then you can make your assertion based on the data that's provided to you. So this is the next test I want to run you through. So it can update the post. I'm using the repeater fake function. If you don't know what this is, please check out my previous video on testing the repeater. I'm doing this because we have this tag repeater here, and then obviously just doing the same thing I was doing before, filling the data and then calling the save method. And I just want to assert that there's no form errors, and then I am refreshing the post, and then I'm just checking that the data has been correctly updated. So this only method you have on the model will return an array of the properties you pass into it. So if we then test this, yep, it's all passing. So I've refactored the slug, so it's disabled on the edit page. I think this makes sense, because obviously you wouldn't want to change a slug after the post has been published, because then the link to the post will be broken. So you can no longer edit this, you can't change it. So I think we should write a test for this. So test, you cannot update the slug. So I'm just doing the regular things, obviously, and then filling the form with the slug, calling save, and I'm asserting not equal. So I'm asserting that the updated slug, which is what we passed in, is not the new slugs. Sorry, the post slug. So if we run this, yep. So the test is passing. Unfortunately, we can't do something like up here. So it has form errors. So you can't do this. It has to be an array. If we run this, it will fail, because Filament doesn't see it as an error, because I think because it's a HTML disabled, so this doesn't actually ever get filled in, so it doesn't see it as a problem because it doesn't get changed. So this doesn't work, but we can still test this by just asserting that the slug has not been updated. So this is the last test I want to show you guys quickly. So it can delete the post. So just basically want to test this delete button here to make sure that you can delete a post. So doing the regular things as always, and then I'm using the Laravel Filament call action, and I'm passing in this delete action. Please note this is the filament actions delete action because there's a table one as well, so if you use the table one I don't think it will work. And then I'm just asserting that the model is missing, which this now should pass. Yep, it's all passing. Thank you for watching. I hope the video was helpful. If it was, then please do like and subscribe. If you have any questions, then please leave them in the comments down below. And as always, I will leave a link to this code, to the repo of this code in the description. And that's it. I will see you in the next video.